Yo everybody, Robinson DUP. I'm actually headed on my way to Pure Focus in Brick, New Jersey to train today. I'm going to meet up with my coach. I just weighed in this morning. It's 203 pounds, so I'm down another pound and a half, even after a crappy week last week with my low amount of sleep. My sleep this week was better, so I think that had a lot to do with it. And so, yep, I'm down. Hope you enjoyed the picture at the beginning of the video and a little bit that I showed you of what my body is starting to look like now that the body fat's coming off. You know, I'm just, you know, it's hard for me every time I cut. Like, I get into such a bad mental mindset. I don't know what it is with me. Sometimes I think I should be dropping weight faster. But at the same time, while I'm still dropping weight, which is what you want to do, is just continue to drop weight. You don't want to necessarily do it too quick, but then I start feeling really, really small. So, you know, there are guys who would die to be my size at 203 pounds, but when I'm 203 and I start getting under that 200 number, man, do I start feeling like I'm 140 pounds soaking wet. It's the funniest thing in the world. It just messes with my head so bad. But I just remember I'm doing it for a reason, and it's all to come in and shred it for the stage. So I just gotta stop messing with myself. Anyway, hope everyone is doing well. I'm gaining more and more subscribers. I appreciate that you guys are watching my videos, enjoying my content. If there's anything that you would like me to put up besides, well, I know I do vlogs and I'm putting up training footage and stuff, but if there's any topics that you'd like me to discuss, feel free to leave in the comments section below, and or you can email me at robinsondup@gmail.com, which is also in the About section on my homepage, to shoot me any questions that you either want answered privately, or if you would like me to do a video rant or indoor topic on them. While I'm at it, you know, this seems to be a hot topic, and I've had these discussions before, so I'll just get this out of the way now. Since I'm talking about, you know, what I'm going through while I'm losing weight on purpose, the biggest loser, I guess, came under some controversy, and about how thin the winner became. And the problem I've always had with that show is they take people who are morbidly obese, who are looking to better themselves, which is great, but they put them on extremely low-calorie diets and, make them do hours upon hours upon hours of exercise in a week. And I just don't, granted it's under doctor supervision and everything, but I just don't think those type of shows are realistic, nor do they promote any sort of healthy body image and or healthy lifestyle. I'm happy for those people that they got the weight off. They want to be healthy, but my concern is when you're, dropping that much weight that rapidly, I don't think you're learning the proper way of, controlling your body weight and feeding yourself, and it could lead to bad things. I'm just going to leave it at that. The problem I have with society is if you're a few pounds over, they say, oh, look how fat you are, you're getting fat, you're this, you're that, and then the second you get a little too thin, then you're too thin. Nobody can seem to make up their minds as to what the right body image is, and I've told you before, that should really be up to you, not what's defined by society. As long as you're not doing 1,200 calorie diets, you're not working 8 hours a day, you're not starving yourself, you're not avoiding any macronutrient, which I hate, which is what society promotes, no fat and no carbs, or watch your protein. It's a healthy balance of everything. You shouldn't be developing food avoidance tendencies. If you are, that's a problem. And if you feel bad that you had a piece of cake, and you're really, thinking you're gonna do 3 hours extra cardio because of it, that's also a problem. Don't be doing those things. And another topic, since, that's more media related, I've talked about anybody who's on a public platform should be responsible. You've heard me say about this regarding a specific website before, which got me a lot of attention, who's sponsoring a lot of other YouTube channels, and just giving irresponsible advice where it could potentially jeopardize someone's health. And it seems ever since I've put that video up that said spokesperson, hasn't really been giving a lot of dietary advice. I don't know if that's just coincidence or if it had a lot to do with me saying what I had to say and the feedback that got back to the company. Who knows? I'm not going to take credit for it. It could just be coincidence. But anyway, now there's this guy, Low Carb Cory. I do follow him just to see what crazy thing he's going to talk about next. And he's going on, I guess, this like very long extended fast. And I'm not talking about intermittent fasting where, you know, you're fasting for 16 hours and fitting all your macronutrients into 8 hours. I'm talking about like not eating for days in an attempt to, I guess, lower his body fat and prove what the human body can do in a fasted state. You know, if some of you are watching this for entertainment, great. Have fun at his expense. But I really hope none of you are getting into believing that you should do these extended fasts. I have major concern about this, not feeding your body for that extended period of time. Your body's going to have to do something to make up the difference. Now, I say you're going to die from this? Not necessarily, but you could. Could you encounter some health problems because of this? I would most definitely say something would come up. And my concern would be, you know, things like eating disorders starting to develop from stuff like that. And it's just not a good idea. Listen, the human body is meant to ingest food. You know, I'm not saying it has to ingest the amount of food that we're accustomed to ingesting, you know, because back in the day, I'm sure cavemen couldn't pig out the way we could. But it just doesn't sound right to me. It worries me too. And he's talking about setting new PRs and all this kind of stuff. And then if you watch what the lifts look like, they're just going to bring you to Snap City. They're horrible form. Actually, Chase Fitness Daily was nice enough to share this guy's deadlift video. His back was heavily rounded, which to me shows me that he doesn't have a strong back at all. His knees were knocked in. His feet were coming off the ground while he was dead. It was just ugly. There's every which way in which you're going to get hurt. And you know, I'm telling you guys about this all the time. Stop worrying about the goddamn weight and work on the form. It's going to prevent a lot of injuries. Now, am I saying you have to be perfect, you know, through the entire time? No, but when you start getting really, really sloppy, that's when the injuries are going to occur. I don't know for any of you who are new, but if you go through a lot of the comments, I've been noticing a lot of a trend in my comment section. People are always complimenting me on having strict form. I work on that for a particular reason, because I notice that if I start to, you know, swing or do certain things, that I'm not hitting the muscle that I'm trying to hit the way I want to. I'm not getting the muscle activation that I want to. So, for instance, you know, when I'm doing close grip cable pull downs, you know, like the row V-bar, you know, I pull from my elbows down to get a better contraction in my lats, because if I try to use my arms too much, my biceps activate, and then my lats aren't getting all the activation, and then my arms get tired and I can't finish my sets. My grip starts to go, my biceps are shot. So these are all things that I've just been noticing, rambling on here, I know, but hope you're enjoying my progress. Please be aware of these horrible things that are going on in the fitness community that people are encouraging, the danger of these low-calorie diets and macro exclusion type fads. I really don't like that. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.